Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are back home to take on the Cubs. Coming off the off day, let's get the subs in for the guys who didn't get to take a break on the last game against the Rockies. Is that everybody? I think it is. Alright, I think that looks good to me. Didn't really look at the Cubs side while I was doing all that, so maybe you guys saw it, but I didn't really, so I'll get to be surprised as the Cubs come up to bat. But here we are back in Panpaca Park. So we had a very successful road trip. Not only did we win all the games, but hit a lot of homers, especially for our standards. Something which will surely stop now that we're home. I'm going to have to make a defensive change right away. That's supposed to be Kester there. I didn't even see who was pitching this game. Graves, okay. Those conditions not great, so might not get quite his peak performance today. Alright, let's get this middle infield set how I meant to. There we go. Alright, and they said Pablo Ozuna is going to lead things off for the Cubs. I do not remember this Ozuna, and he was not the third baseman last year for the Cubs, I'm sure, even though Aramis Ramirez was already with the Brewers. Lines this one to Kester. Telemaco at the plate. He has been with the Cubs for... he was there last year anyway. I was thinking of Cannon, I think, at first, but Telemaco was here last year, though he was batting down in the order, now batting second. Pops this one up right by the plate. Martinez grabs it for the second out. Carlos Pena at the plate. Looks at the first pitch for a strike. Pops this one up and it will make the screen, so makes the count 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll do it for the top of the first. Kester will lead things off in the bottom half of the inning. We'll take a look at the Cubs' defensive lineup. So yeah, that actually, I think, is a fairly different lineup than what they had last year. Carlos Zambrano, though, still a mainstay. And his first pitch goes high. Swings and misses to make it 1-1. Kester swings, I should say, and he swings and misses again. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's the first out of the inning. That'll bring Sweeney to the plate. So historically, Zambrano has pitched well against us, though I don't think his record would reflect that. I think there's been a lot of 1-0, 2-1 type games against Zambrano. Sweeney grounds back to Big Z, and that'll bring Chief to the plate. Nobody on base, 2 outs. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch too low. This one too low as well. 2-1 the count. Another one in the dirt makes it 3-1. Zambrano pitching very carefully to Chief. This one just catches the outside. Full count, 2 outs, bases still empty. Swing and a miss. Zambrano gets through the first half of the inning. Well, actually last half of the inning, his first half inning. In any case, nobody's gotten a hit. Nobody has scored. Cubs are going to start off with Matt Merton, who's playing left. Matt Merton has obviously been on the Cubs roster. Always liked him. Never really worked out in the pros the way I hoped he would, but... well, the majors, I should say. He pops out to third. Santana at the plate. I don't... well, actually, now I think about it, I think Merton was leading off for the Cubs last year. Santana puts this into left for the first base hit of the day, and he's coming on to second. Easily thrown out at second. I don't know what he was thinking there. That was a single all the way. Tries to stretch that into a double and does not make it. Greg Zahn now at the plate. He has been the Cubs catcher for at least a couple of years now. Has an 0-2 count at the plate, and he swings and misses for strike 3, and that'll end the second inning. So the Cubs do get a hit, but they're still going down in order. Quinton will lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. Quinton, batting left-handed, looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2, a nice curveball there, and down around the knees and on the inside part of the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Frank now at the plate. And he'll look at strike 1. This one popped foul. Another one popped foul, but Pena should have a play on this one right by the first base coach. 2 down. Miyake at the plate now. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch down and out. And that cutter called a strike, low in the zone. 1-1. And that slider too low. Grounds this one to short. Cora picks it up, throws it over, and that will end the inning. Still no score as we go on to the third. Cannon will lead things off for the Cubs. Cannon has always stuck out to me. He was the first computer-generated, there we go, draft pick to really make a starting lineup, at least that we saw regularly. He's always batted low in the order, batting 7th today, and he comes up with the Cubs' second base hit of the day, but he wisely stays at first. Alex Cora comes to the plate, and he looks at a strike. Swings and misses, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. Zambrano, a dangerous hitter for a pitcher. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Hits this one towards first. Sweeney makes the grab. Cannon back to first. 2 down. Ozuna back at the plate. 3 strikeouts so far today for Graves, the first time through the order. Gets Ozuna down 0-2. Comes with the changeup, gets a swing and a miss, and that will end the top of the third. Cubs do get and keep a base runner, but no score. Martinez is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the third. And Martinez swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second pitch. Hits this one right to Ozuna at third. Throws over, 1 down. That'll bring Phil to the plate, who is actually, once he finally got that first hit, has done really well. He's going to start off with a 2-0 count. There's a called strike. Swings and misses to make it 2-2. looks at strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 down, Graves at the plate. First pitch called a strike on the inside corner. I'm sure Graves will make sure he gets that call as well. Hits this one towards short. Cora fields it on a short hop and just barely gets Graves out on a bit of a long throw there in the hole over at short. So Zambrano cruises through the first third. No score in the game yet. Telemaco will lead things off for the Cubs in the fourth. He fouled out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at this pitch. This is going to go into center field for another base hit. The Cubs' third hit of the day brings Pena to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time up and takes a strike to open this at-bat. This one into right. Quinton makes the catch. He's going to go back to first with it, but Telemaco will be back safely. Brings Merton to the plate. Couldn't tell if the game just told me it was a 5-game or a 9-game hitting streak, but either way, apparently he's coming into this series hot. He's going to hit this one to third, and the Squirrels will only get the out at second for a fielder's choice. So 2 down, Santana got a solid hit into left, but then stupidly tried to take second. Has an 0-2 count at the plate. Grounds this one to second, and Phil tags out the runner to end the inning. Still no scores. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Kester will lead things off for the second go-around. 4 strikeouts for Zambrano so far. Kester was one of those victims. This first pitch is fouled away straight back. And that slider goes outside. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. And this one just inside. 2-2 the count. This will get down for the first Squirrels hit of the day. Ozuna made a good effort on it at third, but it was able to dribble into left field. So leadoff single for Kester will bring Sweeney to the plate. And he has a 1-1 count to start off, so the old softball count. That pitch fouled away to make it 1-2. This is going to be a base hit into the left center gap. Kester on his way to third. Sweeney on his way to second. Both runners will be safe. Throw goes to third. I think, though, you have to give him a double on that. Chief at the plate now with 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out. Has a 2-0 count. There's a called strike. Was a good pitch. I don't necessarily mind Chief taking that one. Comes up empty on this swing, though. Full count. Zambrano is going to give up a base hit into right center. 1 run in. Sweeney on his way home. 2 runs in. And the Squirrels take the 2-0 lead in the 4th inning. Still no outs. Quinton at the plate. Looks at a high strike. Then swings and misses to make it 0-2. Runner still on first. Chief takes off, but Quinton fouls the pitch away. Still 0-2. Chief stays put this time. A line drive into right. That's going to be another base hit. Runners on first and second, and this looks like it might get ugly for Zambrano if he doesn't get to work real quick. Frank takes a ball. This one just catches the outside. 1-1. That curveball in the dirt. 2-1. This one too low as well. 3-1 the count. So swing and a miss makes it full. Nobody out, so I assume the runners will stay put, and they do. This will go into right, and it's going to hook foul. So still a full count. Swing and a miss. There's the first out of the inning. That'll bring Miyake to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Zambrano starts off with a splitter that goes too high. And that fastball gets the call on the outside. Miyake breaks his bat, but the ball goes foul. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Zambrano with a chance to get out of this inning. Definitely not unscathed, but not near as hurt as he could have been. Martinez, though, I'm sure would like to change that. He has a 1-1 count, and swings and misses to make it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Zambrano out of the inning with only 2 runs, which, isn't a good inning necessarily, but it's a lot better than it could have been. So the Cubs will start off with Greg Zahn in the 5th. He struck out in his first at-bat. Graves starts off with a fastball that's taken for a strike. Comes right back with it, same result, 0-2. Switches up to the slider, gets a ground ball to second. 1 away. Cannon singled in his first at-bat. First pitch goes in the dirt. Second pitch sails high. 2-0 the count. There's a called strike on a slider. Up in the zone, though. As is that fastball called for a strike. 2-2. This one is too high. Full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away. Alex Cora at the plate. He'll take a strike. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Called strike 3 on a high fastball. That ends the top of the 5th. Squirrels leading 2-0 at the halfway point, and Phil will lead things off in the bottom half of the inning. Phil struck out looking in his first at-bat, one of 7 strikeouts so far today for Zambrano. First pitch called a strike. This one popped up towards second. Santana waiting, and he makes the play. Graves ground out in his first at-bat. As that pitch goes too low. And this one up and out. 2-0 the count. This one up and out as well. 3-0. There's a strike right down the middle. Graves lets it go by. Swings at this one, but comes up empty. Full count. 1 down, nobody on base. This is going to be a ground ball to second. Santana will take care of that. 2 down, Kester at the plate. He is 1 for 2 today, as I'm sure a lot of people are about to be. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses. 0-2. Lays off that one, which is out of the zone. Hits this one into center field for a base hit. 1 on, 2 out. Sweeney at the plate. Doubled in his last at-bat. His first pitch is down and in. And this one too high. 2-0 the count. Zambrano getting tired and has to come at Sweeney. Sweeney takes all the way. 2-1. This one up and in. 3-1. Called strike up in the zone. Full count, 2 outs. Runner takes off. Sweeney swings and misses, and that gets Zambrano out of the 5th. Still a 2-0 Squirrels lead. Zambrano's due to lead off in the top half of the inning. Cubs will pinch hit. Going to bring in Frank Thomas, playing on the other side of Chicago, apparently. Don't believe he was a Cub last year, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, he was a Brave for a while. But maybe that was 2 years ago. I can't remember now. Anyway, big hurt, 1-1. Grounds this one to third. Chief's going to throw it over. 1 out. Brings Ozuna back to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Looks at a strike. And that curveball inside. Hits this one into right, but it's going to be shallow. Quinton has not got a prayer getting there. Settles for the single, brings Telemaco to the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. Got a hit in his last at-bat. Watches that pitch go well out of the zone. Swings and misses at that changeup, though, to make it 1-1. There's a called strike on a fastball at the knees. Ground ball to short. Kester to Phil on to first. Yes, got the double play. 6-4-3 double play gets the Squirrels out of the 6th inning. We move on to the later innings. Chief is due to lead off for the Squirrels, although, forgot, we still got to, was used to being on the road here. We got to finish up the 6th inning first. Carlos Marmol's going to come in and pitch now. And Frank Thomas already done for the day after that appearance. Chief 1 for 2. Looks at a strike up in the zone. Though I can tell you from reality, one of the best things you could do against Carlos Marmol is just not swing. Chief does hit this one into right. Telemaco makes the play. 1 down. Quinton at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Looks at strike 1. This pitch out of the zone. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2. Hit towards third. Ozuna, I don't think, had to do anything but put up his glove. 2 down. Frank at the plate. He has not gotten a hit today as he looks at strike 1. Pops this one foul, but it will just make the screen. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Now we go into the late innings. Squirrels leading 2-0. And the Cubs are going to start off with Carlos Pena in the 7th. So we will go get Jones. And no double switch with the bench guys in the game. Whole idea is to give the other guys a day off. Though because Marvin and Tom get multiple days off where everybody else only gets one, one of them will pinch hit when the pitcher spot comes up again. Pena with an 0-2 count, and he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Brings Matt Merton to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Looks at a strike. Swings and misses, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Santana at the plate now. 2 down, nobody on base. Jones starts off with a too high fastball. And this one too far outside. 2-0 the count. Pops up the breaking ball. Martinez waiting for it in foul ground, and he makes the play. We go into the stretch. Squirrels leading 2-0, and they'll have Miyake leading off the bottom half of the inning. All right. Miyake in the box. Marmol still out there for the Cubs. First pitch called a strike. Is this going to get down? I don't believe so. Ozuna makes the play over at third. 1 out. Martinez at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Looks at a strike. pops this one up right at the plate. Zahn grabs it for the second out. Phil, he's 0 for 2 today. And he's going to smack this into right field for a base hit. 1 on, 2 outs. Not Jones. We are ahead, so we'll let Marvin go hit. First pitch, up and out, or just up, I think. I don't think he was outside. And this one just catches the outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. And that pitch not particularly close. 2-2. Hits this one into center. Cannon not able to get there. Back-to-back base hits puts runners on first and second for Kester. There are 2 outs. First pitch called a strike. There's a ground ball to short. Cora over first with it, and that will end the 7th inning. Greg Zahn to lead off for the Cubs. They trail 2-0. So certainly not the kind of wins we've been getting the past few days, but means we can get our regular bullpen into the game rotation going. Alright, Zahn is 0 for 2 today. Hermida gets a called strike on the curveball. This one inside. This one inside as well, maybe low. This one called for a strike. All curveballs so far. And this is lined over Kester's head and into center field for a leadoff single. So you're going to get a pinch runner. Santiago, speed 9, is going to come in for Zahn, who's a speed 4. And Cannon fouls the first pitch away. That fastball goes outside. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Another swing and a miss is strike 3. One down, Alex Cora has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Looks at strike 1 to open this at-bat, and then this curveball in the dirt, probably inside as well. Swings at that curveball, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Marmol apparently going to get to hit for himself in a close game. That curveball nearly hops away, but Martinez with a good stop behind the plate. The next pitch goes outside. This one catches the corner. 2-1, pitching very carefully to Marmol, who hits this one to second. Phil will throw it over, and that will end the top of the 8th. Squirrels will send Sweeney up to bat first in the bottom half of the 8th as they lead 2-0. Kelly Shopik is going to come in to catch into Alex Cora's spot. And I've already forgotten who came in to hit earlier, or to run. Santiago, he goes to short. Sweeney with a 1-2 count. Hits this one into right field. I'm going to have to take a pause here. Thought I could make the game, but not quite. Be right back with you. Okay, back with you here. I'm sure you didn't notice much of a blip. Chief, runner on first, nobody out. Has a 1-1 count. Marmol's got to be about to the end of his rope. Nearly gets Chief to hit into a double play. Not a good throw from second to first. Quinton into right field. This is going to get over Telemaco's head and one hop the wall. Chief will stop at third. So Quinton will settle for a double with no RBI. Frank at the plate now. Only one out, but two runners in scoring position. Has an 0-2 count. And he swings and misses for the second out of the inning. Miyake at the plate. Marmol only one out away from getting out of this jam. As Miyake grounds to third, and he does successfully navigate away to a scoreless inning. Cubs only down 2 in the top of their order coming up for the 9th inning. Shibuya to come in and try to pick up the save. I don't remember if he has broken 20 yet or not. I kind of feel like he has. But if I remember, I will put that in the recap on the site. Looks like this game's getting over just about 4:30, which is when I normally go pick up my kids. So I'll have to write the recap a little bit later, as opposed to right after the game like I normally do. Shibuya induces a ground ball to second for the first out. Telemako 1 for 3 on the day, as that off-speed pitch stays too low, goes back to it, and it's even lower. 2-0 the count. Throws it again, but this time for a strike. Grounds this one to first. Sweeney picks it up and steps on the bag. Cubs down to their last out. Carlos Pena at the plate. He is hitless today. Fouls the first pitch away. And that fastball stays too low. And this one too far inside. Could have been low as well. Grounds this one towards second. Phil does make the play. Throws it over, and that will end the game. Your final score today, Chicago Cubs 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 2. So once again, not that Zambrano pitched badly, but the Cubs just can't give him the run support they need against our pitching staff. Yeah, both of those runs came off of one swing. Alright, I imagine, Chief will be your player of the game, as he should be. Thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow against the Cubs. We'll see you then.